And frankly, we've said to some of our other state agencies, look at what Director Ness is doing. You should be following that type of a model.
Hi, and welcome to ITD in Motion. I'm Jennifer Gonzalez. ITD's realignment has been going on for 5 years now, and with it, significant positive changes have taken place. I recently asked ITD Director Brian Ness what the process was to get to the success and credibility we are seeing today. When you started at ITD back in 2010, it's now been 5 years since you started. A lot has changed and happened in that time. Can you tell me a little bit about what those changes have been from where we were to where ITD is now?
When I started in 2010, the first thing we needed to do was reestablish our credibility. I went and visited every employee at ITD in the first year, and I found they were very hardworking, very dedicated to what they're doing, and they wanted to do a good job. They were doing a good job, but that was no longer being recognized. It wasn't being recognized in the governor's office, at the legislature, in the media, or even with the users of the system. So we need to go out and reestablish what we were doing and that we were doing a great job to serve the users of the transportation system.
So what type of effort went into making that change? I'm sure this was not an overnight transformation.
The first thing that we had to do was put very specific performance measures in place, that each employee at ITD was given a very specific set of metrics that they had to achieve in order to be successful in their job. Then we also established organizational performance measures, and we put those on our dashboard for the entire public to see. So you can click on our website, you can see what our performance measures are, and we said we want to be the best transportation department in the country, so we put on what those same measures were for the states that were around us. And good or bad, we were going to compare ourselves, and if there were states around us that were doing better, we were going to figure out what they were doing and do it like they were. But most of the time, if you go out and look at our dashboard, we are leading in those performance measures, and that brings us closer to being that best transportation department in the country.
The Idaho State Legislature has seen the efforts and success of the realignment and have been impressed by the willingness and hard work of ITD employees.
I think I speak for a lot of legislators who have been very impressed with his leadership and the leadership of the board and his other administrative staff. The employees are doing a tremendous job. We're very grateful for the efforts that they put forth, and very satisfied with the employees and how their actions, but that all starts at the top.
Not only has ITD's realignment been noticed locally, but nationally, ITD's organizational model has gained significant interest. But how has the culture change affected employees at ITD?
At first, it was, as an employee, you're saying, wow, they're going to measure my performance, and if I don't perform, they're going to get rid of me. And there's a lot of anxiety in the organization. But pretty soon, people looked at that as, no, what we're trying to do is get better as an organization, and for the organization to get better, then we need to get better in how we do our jobs. But I think every employee wants to come to work and know their job is meaningful to them, and by showing them how what they do and how they're measured ties to the organizational goals, and the success of the organization depends on what you do as an employee, I think that's important to the employee. And if a supervisor is telling you how to do your job and you don't have control of that, you feel you can't do the best job you can. But when you give the employee that decision making to say, how can I do my job and how can I do it better and how can I best serve the customers, everyone wants to have everyone look at them as being the best. Everybody wants to be on a winning team. And I think that's what we're establishing here at ITD. We're winning, our culture's improved, all our performance indicators are up, our morale is up. That's measured by our culture survey. And yet we're doing that with 138 fewer employees.
Changes in ITD's culture, measurable employee performance, and the reduction of management layers have all combined to create a higher level of employee accountability. These changes give frontline employees the ability to innovate and make critical decisions that relate to their jobs.
When we eliminated every other layer of supervision, one of the things we said is we want to put decision making as close as possible to where the work is being done and where the operations are taking place. In essence, what we want to do is give employees their jobs back. And as a result, by them making decisions in how they do their job, we've got tons of innovations going on at ITD. People are looking for better ways to do their job and making things more efficient in how they do their job. Not only are we saving time for the employee, we're saving money for the taxpayers and the users of the transportation system. It's really the employees, every single employee at ITD, that made this happen. You certainly made my job really easy. So keep up the good work, keep looking for new and better ways to do things, and thank you very much for everything you do.
The Idaho Transportation Department's mission is to ensure a safe highway system that encourages mobility for everyone and enhances economic opportunity. ITD has come a long way in a short time. As we continue to innovate and adapt to the challenges we face individually and as an organization, ITD can ultimately become the best transportation department in the country. Until next time, thanks for watching.